Just let's start with our breath. Nice cleansing breath. 2 hands facing upward on the laps gently. Feel your back against the chair, your thighs on the seat of the chair, gently placed on the ground, soles of the feet directly on the ground. And we begin with a beautiful breath in through the nose to the count of 5. Hold for 1. And out through the mouth to the count of 6. And I'll begin to count with you. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1. Exhale through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. In through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we want to get our consciousness into the affirmations, because all that we're doing has a purpose. And this is our purpose. When we say the following affirmations, we put out the consciousness of why we're doing this, the meditation, the energy work, the program. These are our intents. You can repeat after me. You can just repeat gently in your heart. We're going to say it 3 times. I want to change. I want to come closer to Hashem. I want to feel more light. I want to change. I want to come closer to Hashem. I want to feel more light. I want to change. I want to come closer to Hashem. I want to feel more light. And then we all say the following in our mind's ear. Hashem, I ask, may it be your will that I feel your unconditional love and light in every cell of my body. Please show me the way. And with the next breath, I want you to bring to your consciousness this ball of light around your torso area. This growing ball of light of your consciousness is right there in the torso area. And just breathe into it, watch it glow. And feel how it's beginning to roll down from your torso area down to your hips, into your thighs, rolling down into your knees, the calves of your feet, settling on your toes. And with the next breath, I want you to bring that ball of consciousness, let it pierce through the floor and begin to descend through the layers of the earth, layer by layer, mineral by mineral, crystal by crystal, until it reaches the earth's core. Your ball of consciousness is collecting the beautiful koach and strength that Hashem put into this world to enable you to accept His light and be grounded and use it in this world. And with the next breath, I want you to bring up this consciousness from the earth's core. Allow it to begin to ascend the layers one by one until it finally touches the floor where the soles of your feet are right now. And allow this ball of consciousness to roll up into your ankles, your calves, knees, thighs, and hips, and settle once again to the torso. And with your next breath, allow this ball of consciousness to ascend up the midsection of your body, rise up to your lungs and your chest, your heart, to your throat, your neck. As it passes through your mouth, I want you to loosen your jaw, let your tongue soften and relax. Allow the ball of consciousness to continue to rise. Massage your eyes up forehead, and let it settle, this ball of light of your consciousness on the top of your head. See it glowing, feel your presence in it, and allow this ball of consciousness to ascend, traveling up to the ceiling of this room, way up to the roof of the home, way up to the top of the city, ascending up to the top of the state, going up above the country, up above the clouds. As it's heading towards the atmosphere, let it break through into the galaxies, break through the atmospheric layer as you find your ball of consciousness amongst the galaxies, darkness around you, the twinkling stars, and as you know to travel up, continue up, all the way up as you're drawn way up into the galaxies. You find yourself in these layers of lights. One layer, and then another layer, and then another layer. Allow your ball of consciousness to continue to rise, and now it meets a layer of golden shimmering lights. Let it collect the glamorous lights of the gold colors. And now there's even more layers. Just continue to go up, 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 more up, until you reach a beautiful, compassionate layer of pink, a pink mist. And there I want you to stay for just a bit. Allow yourself to absorb the compassionate energy, a layer of forgiveness, a layer of openness, of Rahamei Shemayim. Allow your heart to soften. And continue to rise above this beautiful pink mist of compassion, and rise above, more, higher, to this beautiful space of oneness, this iridescent pearly colored space. Here you see a door. Open up that door and allow your life in this endless space of oneness. All is one right here. Just stay and absorb that energy of the oneness. As you shed your ball of light, you are one with this space. And as you find yourself in this boundless space of light, I want you to find that letter Yud. The letter Yud in the K'tav Stam, just like it's written in the Torah. Attach yourself to that light. Let your consciousness be attached to the light of the Yud as the Yud begins to fill completely with the light of the oneness of the space that you're in. And as that Yud begins to fill up completely with the light of the oneness, right beneath it, there forms the letter Vav. And this letter Vav begins to elongate as it begins to collect the light of the Yud. Again, remember to breathe in. Breathe into the count of 5. Hold for 1. Exhale through the mouth to the count of 6, because it's your breathing that brings in more of this light into the Yud. Now dripping from the Yud into the Vav. This Vav is the pipeline of light that draws down the light that will eventually bring it into your presence right here. So let the Yud bring it into the Vav, and allow that Vav to begin to elongate and pierce down into the layers. It reaches the layer of the pink mist of compassion. Slowly, slowly, it's following the pathway. The Yud is dripping, drip drop of that light into the Vav, slowly descending down, going through the golden layers of light, going through the golden shimmering of light and the layers of light. It continues to move down into the galaxy. That Vav is filled up with the light of the Yud. Drip drop, descending down through the galaxies, and the stars are twinkling all around you as you descend together with that Vav down through the layers of the galaxies. Allow the Vav to pierce through the atmospheric layer of the earth. It's completely filled with the light of the Yud. As the Vav descends down through the clouds, piercing above the country that we're in right now. Breathe in more of that light from the Yud into the Vav as the Vav descends down to the top of the state, descending down to the top of the city we're in, and settling on the roof of this home. This Vav is completely immersed and infused with the light of the Yud from that beautiful oneness. Allow the Vav to pierce through the roof and settle on the ceiling of this room. And it pierces through the ceiling of this room and now is settled on the top of your head like a crown. You might feel some sensation down your back as this beautiful light now wants to enter into your presence right here. Allow the Vav to pierce through your forehead, massage your right and left brain. It's pouring out with light. The bottom of the Vav is like a spout. It's letting out all that light. As it descends into your nose, breathe the light of the Vav that's taking the light from the Yud. Allow it to massage your cheeks. Let it go into your mouth. Loosen your jaw. Swallow that light. Let it pierce through your ears. Let it go into your eyes. Feel it massaging your eyeballs. Allow it to massage your inner and outer ears so you can hear things differently. You can see things differently. You can smell things differently. You can experience life differently now. Allow it to massage your throat, your neck, your vocal cords. And from this Vav that's continuing to drip drop with the light, let the Vav descend down now into your torso area. And as though there's a floor right there on the torso area, the light begins to pour out of the Vav, massaging your torso area, your internal organs, your intestines, your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your spleen. All of your organs are being massaged with the oneness of the light as it begins to rise from your chest cavity. It's massaging your lungs, your heart. Remember to keep going back to the Yud. Get more of that light because it's endless. And allow that light, as it fills your entire mid-portion area, allow it to keep rising until it finally edges its way up to your shoulders. Your whole chest area, all of your face, your throat, it's all filled with the light. And now let this light edge its way from your shoulders through your arms, passing your elbows, settling into the two open palms of your hands and fingers. Bring your consciousness back to the letter Yud, all the way up there. In one breath, you're right back up there, pulling in more light, letting it descend into the Vav, and let it go straight into your arms and fingers. Feel the tingling, feel the vibrations, feel the warmth, the cold, the electrical presence of Hashem's energy, a droplet of His manifestation in the palms of your hands. And together with your entire body and your entire energy electromagnetic field, you are completely infused with this light. Pipelines to receive, to transmit. Keep bringing in your consciousness to bring in more of that light. It's always there. And let it be deposited directly into the palms of your hands. And when you're ready, and at your time, you can gently open up your eyes to the here and now of this room. Feel your thighs on the chair, rub the toes, wiggle the toes, the soles of your feet against the floor. Everyone feel the light in their hands? Everyone's okay? We all got it? Did anyone get stuck anywhere? Where do we get stuck?
I had a weird week of someone, a good friend, talking about this kind of thing as voodoo and stuff.
So, you didn't have permission?
It's not my friend.
You didn't have permission?
I didn't. It was the first time that it really actually received me.
That's important for you to recognize. That's okay. It's important for you to recognize that you have that machsom now. Well, first of all, you do have a Rav. You have a Rav to ask. That's okay.
This in particular, but all these kinds of things, and it was just like.
Where did you get stuck? Where are you not allowed to go in?
Normally, it's just much easier for me to connect, and this time I kept seeing her face and her voice.
So I want you to give her light next time. That's what you need to do. Whenever you find that you do reverse psychology, you just pour a lot of light and say, come join me. You'll see where I'm going. Come and just bring her along.
Okay.
Bring everything along. It's okay. Wherever we're going, we're allowed to go, and just let her see it. Once she sees it, she'll let you go. Okay? Anybody else? Everyone else was okay? We got it all through? Did everyone feel?
Yeah. Are we supposed to visualize the haze in our hands?
No. Right. Okay, so the idea is that we said the Yud, the Vav, and this is the Hey, and this is the Hey, and that's how we connect.
Very heavy.
Right. But you don't have to necessarily, you just have to know that there's...
It's like a ball of light inside my hand.
Wow, that's amazing. You'll get used to that feeling. Your fingers, you'll know right away when you're connected. Okay, so now remember what we do. We ground, right? Take our hands straight up to the top of our head. We push all that light that we got in, almost like sealing it through. We push down, all the way down until we touch the floor. And then in between the 2 feet, I'm just showing you, it's almost like we're clamping a zipper, and we're beginning to zipper up, all the way down of the head. And we get that sense that we are now enclosed in this light, Be'ezrat Hashem. And then we begin our 3, right away. Space around you that belongs to you. First of all, I have to tell you, it's not just a protective shield, but you feel like my space is my space. You've sort of like brought out the consciousness. This is my space. This is my space, right? Okay, so the 3 protective shields are on page, I don't remember what your page is. I know what my page is, right? 8, okay. So, again, remember the energy body? We said it looks somewhat like this, right? Without the signs on it. We just want to get a sense of where our energy body is. Again, we don't want it all the way here. We don't want it all the way here. And for some of us who want to feel like it's us, we can sort of like almost give that motion of like extending ourselves right here. I really like that, by the way, Esther. I like that idea.
That helps me.
I really like that. I have to tell you, it made me feel like that was something I should incorporate. So thank you. I'm going to actually incorporate that. I like that concept. Huh? It was, yeah. So in other words, when I say energy body, some people had a hard time feeling that this was me right here. This was a part of me. So if you sort of create that movement of like your hands are in it with the light, sort of almost like take a part, bring it to the front of you, and then just get a sense. Again, you don't have to do this each time, but because we're learning, we want to get a sense of here's my head, here's my shoulders, my arms. Go back to like the chest area, the stomach, the hips, the reproductive area, the thighs, calves, soles of our feet. Just get a sense of your energy body as in this sort of picture.
Do we have to visualize all those things?
No, I'm just doing it. I'm trying to be detailed now only in the beginning. You don't have to, okay? And then remember, how do we begin? We do our 3 protective shields. Let me just say what they are. Shema Yisrael Magen David. Second one is Atah Hashem Imadi 3 times. And the third one is the 4 Malachim. I'm going to go through it with everyone right now. Okay? So when we start with the Magen David, remember we kind of showed this as being what we would like to eventually see is this sort of, right, this 3D sort of vision of the Magen David.
And the energy body
is in the middle of this Magen David, if possible. But we start off with sort of like hula hooping around our torso. And then as we widen it and widen it and widen it, hopefully we can open it up to this visualization of in the beginning it's not like this, although some people it is. But eventually we would like to be able to see it in that way. We start with number 2. And we basically sit to the 6 points of the triangles, and as we say, okay, here's the energy body. We want to wrap around as we go around, okay? So we begin at on the clock number 2, going clockwise. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We get a sense of the 6 points, and we begin to encircle.
When you do the 6 points, you do the front and the back of the energy body?
You're just wrapping it around as though it's the hula hoop. It's a little bit the hula hoop. Think about it. If this was my, right, I do Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. It's like a hula hoop.
The points, right?
Well, I'm just pointing the points only because I want to get a sense of where my triangles are, right? Just here. That's what kind of like the picture I did. Just I want to get a sense of where my points are, and then I just keep wrapping. And the intention is that Hashem should safeguard us from all negative energy. We want only Hashem to be our only guide, and just keep swirling around Hashem. Do that anytime.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, I would prefer that you close your eyes. And that you should just be protected to go only in His ways while doing all this energy work. It's all you, Hashem. You're working through me, and I want to connect only to you. And you want to see all those lines of the Magen David, all the lines of the Magen David in white, as you just swirl around and swirl around. And widen that Magen David. Allow it to glow more and protect more. And at this point, I'm allowing everyone to put anyone else they want in that Magen David. Put your husband, your children, your home, your car, your children's school, the country of Israel, all the Jews, anything you want. Just put it all there. With the intention that everything should be inside the Magen David under Hashem's protective shield. And it just, your consciousness will tell you when you're ready to stop. And now, some people want to keep themselves in the Magen David for the next part. Be my guest. Do it your way. I somehow unshield myself from the Magen David and see only my energy body here once again as I begin to wrap the energy body into a crystal clear diamond shape, right? And I say the following, and I do the wrapping 3 times. I start with the top of the energy body head, and I begin to draw the crystal shaped diamond as I say, Atah Hashem Imadi, Atah Hashem Imadi, Ata Hashem imadi. And I just wait for that sealed, that encasement of the energy body of light in this crystal-shaped clear diamond. And from this space, as I see it, I want to make sure that I'm basically a shadow or reflection of myself. So in other words, my energy body is facing the same way as my body is right now. And that's important because when we say from the right, Michael, we want to make sure it's the right side of the energy body, okay? So consciously just make sure your energy body is facing like a shadow reflection of you as we just draw pillars of light in the names of the 4 archangels. Miyemini Michael. Go to the left, Mismoli Gabriel. Go to the front, Milefanai Oriel. Go to the back, Machorai Raphael. Go to the top of the diamond at the real tip of the corner of the point and begin to open up. Ve'al Roshi Shrinat El. And just open up like a funnel. Just open up, open up, open up your crown center. Open it up with the ratzon to receive. And for those of us who blink and know how to blink, you might have gotten blinking even throughout that whole process. Huh? Fluttering? Yeah. Today we're going to do blinking. So from this point on, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone. I'm all the time blinking when I'm doing work. It just comes. Okay. So now I want to give us another opportunity. Let's say I did all this and I'm still not feeling the light for some reason or another. I'm still not 100% connected, okay? So I'm going to give us another exercise. It's called Connecting Heaven and Earth. Here. Oh, you got it right here. It's on page 9. Okay? And first of all, this exercise in general is a great exercise. It increases your serotonin in your body. It gives you a lot of joy in your body. Okay, this you have to do when you're standing up, so I'm going to ask everyone to stand up. Okay. Okay, we really are standing up here. Hold on. Okay. Still not doing that. Okay, hold on a second.
What's something happening?
Maybe I know what I'm going to do. Can you, put that underneath? It's okay. So that I can keep it that. Move myself away. Okay, here, now we can see me. Okay.
How much space do we need here?
Not a lot, not that much. No. Okay, I mean, everyone could move out just a little bit, okay. What you want to do is you want to rub your hands, okay, shake it off. And you want to just basically put your hands out with the intention, I give myself permission to receive all that Hashem wants to bring down to earth for me, all that I need. So you could just have that intention, okay. I give myself permission to receive all that Hashem wants to bring down to earth for me, all that I need. Okay, and you want to put basically your 2 hands out to the side, fingers apart, okay? And basically what you want to do is you want to take a big inhalation, and as you inhale, you go like that, inhale, out to the sides. From here, a circle. Out, oh, you do need room, sorry, I forgot, okay? Out to the side, okay? Inhale, exhale. 2 hands together. And now at the next inhale, what you want to do is like this. It doesn't matter if you start right hand first, left hand. Right hand up, left hand open, down, and you're pushing. You want to push up and you want to push down at the same time. It's called Connecting Heaven and Earth. You want to feel that you have the ability to be that pipeline, that conduit of allowing the light to come through you and you to bring it down to earth. And you just do a couple of breaths that way, and then next inhale, you just bring and switch your hands. It's just another way of you being able to see yourself as a transmitter and a receiver of Hashem's light. And hopefully you can almost feel that resistance, like you can feel the presence, because your hands are filled with light, so you can essentially feel that you are, right? Pulling. Yes. Yep. Okay. And Again, that's a very good exercise to do 2 or 3 times even a day. It enables you to be able to feel the light from a different presence. Okay?
Does it also ground a little?
It definitely grounds.
Can I ask also, like when I did it at home, I felt like I did this whole section, I needed to ground again. Like I tend to be very
So go like this. You got to go like this. In order to ground, you got to just feel and eat, drink water, right? And you just want to just keep rubbing your hands, especially because your hands collected a lot. You want to like just rub your hands, maybe just bring it, and then feel things so that you feel like you're dispersing almost the light. You know what I mean?
So what about doing the imagery again? It's very helpful for me, that beginning part of going back into the earth deeply with it.
Be my guest. If you feel you can still maintain, absolutely, then go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit lightheaded when I was doing it.
Okay. Again, do it your way. I'm giving you just ideas of instruction, but it has to be, it has to be good for you. Okay. So I want everyone. Does everyone remember their limiting belief? No.
It's not really solidified.
Okay. Fine. Again, do it your way. If you want to, you can bring in your limiting belief here. And when we're now going to be doing what we call a forgive and let go. Forgive and let go is one of your toolbox exercises, but I want us to do it now, even though it's a little out of the chronological order of the protocol. I want us to do it now because I feel like it's important to start the program.
Maybe I'll get up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. With that concept.
I don't really remember that limiting belief. What was that exactly?
The limiting belief? You know what? It's meant to be if you even forgot about it. So that means if right now, if you want to just bring to yourself something that you want to, that's holding you back, but try now for this exercise to connect it to someone or memory. And for instance, I'm canceling this out, but I'm saying it. Let's just say, God forbid, I remember when I was 4 years old, my grandmother said such and such and such, and now, all my life, I feel I'm a horrible person. So my limiting belief is now connected to the grandmother, and now I want to go ahead and bring that grandmother and that specific part into the forgiving and letting go exercise. Okay, so I want to just sort of bring that consciousness. So I'm forgiving and letting go of the limiting belief. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've just been so mean to myself all my life, and I've just allowed myself to continue to reinforce. I want to forgive and let go and put myself in that space and let it go. So just know that when we do this forgive and let go exercise, when we let things go, we're not letting go of the person in the sense of in a good way. Let's just say there's something I'm angry at with my husband. I'm not letting him go. I'm letting go of the negativity that's associated with this limiting belief or this horrible feeling and or the rest. Okay, so people get stuck in it like, I don't want to let that person. No, you're not letting him go. You're letting that person go with the negativity. Okay? So I want us to bring to mind again, just something that you want to change. And it's really important to open up your hearts, because I want you to understand, once you start working on yourself, eventually on your family, eventually whoever continues to practitioner level and starts working on other people, wherever you're stuck, you will not be able to help your client. If you're not at least in your avoda, I didn't say, we never really completely forgive and let go, let's be honest. But if I'm at least in my avoda, I'm in a tenuah, I'm in a motion of letting go, I'm with a ratzon of truthfulness, that is enough. So that's why it's enough.
It doesn't have to be, you have to be the certain
No,
percent.
there is no, then who would be able to help anybody? We would never be able to help anybody.
What about just being a better person? Because if you want to bring light from Hashem,
It's not enough. It's not enough to be a better person. Sounds to me like a destination. There isn't. We're always trying to become better.
Do we also have to improve our characters
All the time,
in
right?
order to be able
Yes.
to bring Hashem?
To do this work properly, you have to be in the consciousness of the oneness of knowing that it's all from Hashem. I accept Hashem's hashgacha in my life, which is why from the beginning, whoever says avodah zarah, show them what we do from the beginning. If there's anything, and there's no other presence here, there's no consciousness, there's nothing in here. There's only Hashem's presence here.
A lot of people don't trust their own self. I mean, there's places where I don't trust myself either. I'm saying, but people who look at it in a negative light,
Right.
because they don't trust that there is
Right.
this higher being, this higher power, this higher cost.
I'll tell you even more
There's
so.
also a thing that's called Zelu Madzel Sashem, meaning say whatever you could do in the Kedusha way, like you're bringing,
Right.
it can be done in Buddha, or that's the whole idea.
Right, you're
But
100%.
just because they use it a lot
We're
more
bringing
in the
Hashem's light,
outside
and they
world.
bring the dark
Right,
side.
yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's the whole key is that, right.
It's also a fear of people to kind of be out of control.
Yes.
And when you're doing a meditation, you're kind of letting go. And I think that's a fear.
I'll tell you what the biggest problem is. You know what the biggest problem is, in my opinion, is that we feel we don't deserve it. Who am I that Hashem is going to allow me to be part of His worldwide divine master plan? Who am I? I find that to be a very big issue. We are so critical of ourselves.
That's under the fear?
Yeah, that's
Under the initial fear.
yeah.
That's
That's one of right.
The fear.
Yes.
Saying, I don't believe it.
No, absolutely not. I don't believe that I deserve. There's a lot of feelings of undeserving.
Is it because we were taught like the not right way, Hashem?
It's because it's because we as Jewish people have gone through so much mussar in our lives. We've been reprimanded. We've been through pogroms. We're meeting so much tragedy in the world, and we feel we're just bad. We are, to some degree, need to improve. Not bad. We are, to some degree, we do need to improve. But if we go by the Torah, the Baal Shem Tov, Hashem loves us no matter what. And that gives us the right to do this. Because Hashem wants it.
If you approach Hashem for His rachamim, that's like a shortcut.
Matnat chinam. Right. We don't get anything because we deserve it. See, if we would come out of the mindset as, oh, Hashem did such and such for me because I did such and such. What are we in a business deal here with Hashem? I mean, really, is there something I could do to Hashem to sort of convince Him and brainwash Him to do something for me? Everything is rachamim. Everything is rachamim. Everything is rachamim and chasadim. Nothing that we get in this world we are deserving of.
And also Emuna, because
So that's the Emuna. That's
Right. Chesed.
Chesed Yisrael.
Right.
You just don't need anything
So that's what I'm
else.
saying. So the first class, that's what we
Trust
said.
Hashem.
What do you need in this? Belief work.
Right.
You need to believe that Hashem wants you to do this, that if He brought you to this class and brought you to this program, He wants you and is calling you to do this. For yourself, for your family, for clients that are waiting to be helped by you. Your shlichut is one that I couldn't help your clients. The clients that are going to come to you, your family, I can't help them. Only you can. And that's the Emuna. The Emuna is if you're here, then Hashem wants you to be here. Hashem wants you to have this. It's His gift.
Everybody's limiting belief should be to let Hashem, really, to get to that point of everything is from
Right.
Him. We believe everything's from Him, but really we get stuck along the way with different things, so we don't really believe everything is from Him.
100%.
So maybe that's everybody's limiting belief should be to let us open ourselves up and just
Right. So then maybe we could forgive and let go all the things that hold us back from living a life of complete Emuna Shlema.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, so let's go. All right, so just
With
speak.
the limiting belief, if because of this limiting belief, like you've developed like bad habits, or do you need to like separately work on, or like if you clear the
shoresh, try. You know what I always say? Allow yourself to decide whether or not, like I've had people do this, forgive and let go through a massive session. They left forgive and let go this and that and the other. And we're going to learn eventually, we ask, do I have to repeat this session? And she got a no, because she had cleared it all out. That was fine.
Because there was something that I was like very blocked with for years, and like last week I just like did it, like
Wow.
not hard,
Wow.
but whatever.
Okay. So if you want to see, also, you can go into these type of exercises not knowing what it is that you need to forgive and let go of. You just go in there and allow to. Soon I'm going to talk a little bit about intuition after we do this. Intuition is all about letting rise. Whatever's there, you just close your eyes. Sometimes you have to do a session on yourself, and you're like, I don't know what I have to do session work on, and you're like, okay, let it come to me. And then the first thing that comes to you is like, okay, that's what it needs. That's intuition. It's just quiet yourself, shut off the noise, and let it rise. So if somebody's confused about what should I do, I have A, B, and C, apples, oranges, pears. What do I work with? What do I let go of? Just go into and say, I don't know. Whatever's going to come to me when I start the exercise. Okay. All right, so there are tissues around. A lot of women do cry throughout this meditation because it works. It really does work on your energy fields. This is not an easy. It's not an easy. This is not easy. Every time I do this, I always have tears in my eyes. But I'm going to help you through it also energetically. So I'm going to be doing stuff while you're doing it to help you along the process. Okay? Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, it's not easy. It really isn't. It's not an easy. Here, we don't want this going on. Okay. Now, let me just say, why do we need to forgive? What is the purpose? And I made it very clear here. You have to forgive what's unforgivable, not because you're giving them the right to get away with murder, to get away with your hurt, but because you don't want to schlep that along with you anymore. Every time you relive that hurt, you're basically reliving the trauma, and you're also holding the other person back from doing their tshuva.
That's it. You're helping them, right?
Yes. Rabbi Nachman gives a beautiful pirush on a pasuk, and it says, "Ve'od me'at vehitbonanta al mekomo." No, "Od me'at ve'en rasha vehitbonanta al mekomo ve'eneno." The pasuk says, in a little while, the evil that you found over there in that place is no longer there. That's basically the translation paraphrasing that I gave. What does it mean? Rabbi Nachman says like this: if you see evil in front of you, turn away, do a little cheshbon nefesh, go inside yourself, go to Hashem, and then turn back and look at Him once again. You'll see you don't see the same evil there anymore. What does it mean? I bring it into this context. If you give yourself the opportunity here, right now, to look at something that you're upset about, that you don't want to forgive, and you allow yourself to go and look at it from a different perspective, allow yourself to be free from it, when you look at it again, it's going to have a really very different perspective from you. You just have to be willing to do it. And that's not an easy thing. That's what I'm saying. Choose something that you know you can realistically try to work on. Now, I'm just going to give before we begin, I'm going to put into this, at one point I say I forgive you for everything. I'm going to also, while I say that, I'm going to say to put in, I'm prepared to begin to forgive you. Because even that is a chelik of a jump start. So I even have this audio in that place. When I give it to my clients and I say, you need to do this, some of them will come back to me and say, I can't say that. It just doesn't come out. And I did a different version, and it says, I'm prepared to begin the process of allowing myself to forgive you, or whatever it is, I don't remember. So I'm going to give you all that opportunity too, okay? Yeah. And then we'll begin.
Can I do work with Hashem in this piece?
For sure. I guess. Whatever comes to you. Now, you don't have to disclose it, you don't have to anything, okay? So let's just close our eyes, be comfortable. Yes, if anybody wants the lavender oil, feel free to allow it to permeate as if it's not enough in the room. I know. That's great. You know what? It is. You should have all the time this smell in your room, in your house. You will have a lot less arguments and frustration and anxiety in your house.
From lavender?
Yeah, absolutely.
You put 2 drops on the pillow.
Oh, absolutely. No, but you have these, if you're lighting a candle for a tzaddik anyway, why not put a little bit of oil on top of it? I mean, you're anyway lighting the candle. It almost feels like it's a shame on the candle. Just use it for doing something else.
I do not like lavender. There are others I like. I like lemon very much. I like the woody ones also.
Oh, the tea bark?
Like cedar or pine or...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But they don't work on your intuition. They're good for cleansing and purifying, but they don't work on your intuition. Lavender, and by the way, lemongrass does. But lemongrass you do not want to use at 6 o'clock at night when you're like ready. You want to start calming down. You don't want to bring up that frequency. So lemon oil is good in the morning. That's good. So it's interesting. Let me just say this. I had someone in my class who said she can't stand lavender. Like no lavender, no rose, no geranium, none of that. And I said to her, how are you? Are you a touchy-feely kind of a person? She said, no. I said, that's why. You could tell a lot, and not to say, God forbid, I'm not stigmatizing, I'm saying but those fragrances are very warm, like almost sensual, almost very open-hearted frequencies of smells. And sometimes when we're blocked, you might not be able, you'll know if you're blocked if you can't stand the smell. It could be also circumstantial. You love lavender, but now suddenly like, I don't want to smell that lavender. Sometimes I feel I don't want to be in the lavender space, and I know I'm blocked. I'm blocked at that moment. Yeah.
And that's interesting because I used to not like lavender, now I love it.
And do you feel a change in your warmth in your heart and your ability to give and receive?
Yeah, I was always, kind of a touchy-feely person, but I think there was a place in my life where I just kind of like withdrew from everybody. I just was very hermit.
Right. So that's also an indicator. Okay, so let's just close our eyes. You don't need to do anything in particular. Just follow my, sort of like allow your body to sort of be relaxed as much as possible. Just close your eyes and just follow the directions that I'm going to be giving us to do the exercise, forgive and let go. So again, we let out our conscious awareness, and I'm going to say an affirmation. You could say it, you could just hear it, whatever works. I gently let go of the old and welcome the new in my life. I release and let go. There are two parts to this exercise, so this is part one. I want you to just, with a nice deep breath, I want you to imagine a golden ray of light that's extending out of your heart. It's part of your heart, but it's extending outward. And at the end of this beautiful golden ray of light, I want you to imagine there's a crystal ball, a clear crystal ball. And inside this crystal, the event, the negativity, whatever it is that you wish to send forgiveness to. Just place them safely in the crystal ball. And even if it's not essentially a person, there is a consciousness in that crystal ball. And I want you to hear that that person, that consciousness is saying to you the following. First of all, calling your name. And then saying, I did the best that I could, to the best of my ability and knowledge that I had at the time. And I'd like for you to respond back to that consciousness and or person, say their name or call it by its name, and then continue and say, you did the best that you could, to the best of your ability and knowledge that you had at that time. And then repeat the following 3 times in a row. And again, you could say, I am prepared to, or you could say, I forgive you. I forgive you for everything. And I accept you back with great love. Or you could say, I am prepared to work on forgiving you. Again, I forgive you. I forgive you for everything. And I accept you back with great love. I forgive you. I forgive you for everything. And I accept you back with great love. And at that moment, I want you to see a severing, a separation of the crystal ball from the golden ray of light. And see the crystal ball almost like suctioned away, drawn away from you, away from the golden ray of light, pulled way back into the horizon, drawn away, far away until you can no longer see that crystal ball. Wait until it completely is pulled away from your presence, away from your mind's eye. breath may come to you when you feel the essence of the letting go. And now part 2 of this exercise. Once again, I want you to imagine a golden ray of light once again, a new golden ray of light extending out from your heart. And at the end of this beautiful ray of light, there's again a new crystal ball. And inside the crystal ball, I want you to put yourself, the new you, smiling, full of life and joy. And I want you to repeat the following 3 times in a row. I love and appreciate myself. I am happy and I am free. I love and appreciate myself. I am happy and I am free. I love and appreciate myself. I am happy and I am free. And with that, I want you to actually see the crystal ball roll towards you on this ray of light. Let it roll on this ray of light, enter your heart, burst open, fill your entire being with warmth and love and self-acceptance and boundless joy. Let it go and rise up to your head, massage your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, your throat. Let it tingle into your shoulders, down into the palms of your hand. Let it massage your heart, your lungs, your torso, your digestive tract. Let it go down into your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles. Wiggle your toes. And at this point, with this newfound energy, a deep breath may come your way, a sense of warmth, of the newness that's permeating, this new healing energy that's now in you. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Anyone on computer land that wants to talk, by the way, you can just unmute yourself and raise your hand or ask a question. I want you to just all be comfortable to respond if you need to ask anything or say anything.
Thank you, Hashem.
Thank you, Hashem, for the beautiful gift of allowing us to, even though it's not Rosh Hashanah, to be able to do this at any time in our life. This is so important to do this on a regular basis. This is so important. This is what holds us back, this right here. I'll tell you, something I've found is that putting even guilt into this concept is so important. To let go of our own guilt, things we're guilty of, things we're ashamed of, things we're angry at that we've done, the could-haves, the should-haves, the would-haves, all of that. If we don't let go of it, we will never be able to. Rabbi Nachman says, when you do tshuva, don't forget to remember your good points. Don't forget to bring up to your consciousness your good points, because without that you will not be able to move forward. As of lately, some of the Rebbeim even say leave out the hocharata part of the tshuva, because we're so hard on ourselves. Just go into, I'm taking upon myself to do better. Because we're so hard on ourselves. Hashem has forgiven us so long ago, and we're still putting ourselves through the mud.
You know that the Ramat in Hilchos Tshuva says that the first thing on his list is to believe that tshuva works.
What? The tshuva works.
I love that. You're going to send me the makor of that. I want to give me the makor. That is, we don't understand that. All Hashem wants to know is that we want to be better. That's all. You know what? If you just went over to Hashem every day and say, I want to be better, I want to be the person that you created me to be, I love you, I want to let go of everything, this is, I don't want to be in this negative. Hashem forgives you. Hashem forgives us. He doesn't want us and da 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 da.
A marvelous love, right? Doesn't read down in Amidah.
Right. And how do we know that? He gave us 40 days. 40 days once a year. He says, listen, I'm taking you to court, but I'm going to give you a chance. 40 days, convince me why I shouldn't take you to court. Have you ever heard of such an Hashem that we have? How lucky we are.
Amazing. I looked at the siddur and I said, how marvelous.
Yeah, right. The siddur, the whole Torah is filled with, it's complete with all of these. All right.
I found also, like, when I was very stuck in this place of guilt connected to some, like past lives and things that, I'm not there. The show are things I couldn't save, I couldn't save Klal Yisrael.
Right.
I found that until I got to the level, I'm still working on this, totally trusting Hashem, back to the Emuna, of Me'achuz, it was your tafkid and not mine. Klal Yisrael had the Chata'im, we're a part of it. It was like the Emuna is connected to my letting go of myself. It was like, the whole thing was like one package,
You have, I mean, listen, it not once and not twice, as it says, the Klal Gadol B'Torah V'Hafta L'Reacha Kamocha. You can't get to the Reacha without the Kamocha. Unless you love yourself, forgive yourself, are willing to move forward, you can't do V'Hafta L'Reacha. Don't you understand? V'Reacha, Rabbi Nachman says, Reacha from the word Ra. Why didn't Hashem say V'Hafta L'Yedidutecha, V'Hafta L'Chaverecha, V'Hafta L'Achicha? There's a lot of words you can use. Why Reacha? Because Reacha has the word Ra. V'Hafta L'Reacha, you should love the Ra betoch atzmecha kamocha. You should love the Ra that you have inside of you as though it's you. It's who you are. It's the Ra was ingrained in us at Chet Adam HaRishon. En ma lasot. That's part of who we are. You have to love even the Ra. Even the Ra you have to love because it's part of you and it's making you become the best that you can be. So there's just it's reason upon reason that we have to learn to do this exercise again for ourselves, for the people in our lives. Just let it go. And this energetically really works because you see it being sucked away, literally. So now I want to continue this forgiving and letting go by using two very powerful acupressure points. Okay, we get a little bit into the acupressure, the meridian lines later on in the program. In the practitioner level, we do a lot more on the meridian aspects, and I teach, certain books to be part of your repertoire of books that you're going to work with are acupressure books. Very important to give your clients homework to work on, and to also use it energetically on their bodies. Okay, the first one is called the LU1 point. If you lift up your arm, and you feel that there's like a crevice there where the two joints meet, right? Feel it. There's like this little, when you lift it up, you'll feel it, right? From there, you want to basically go down and then press the point of where those two joints meet. It's probably going to be a tender point for you. It's actually in the front of your body, but the reason why I wanted you to do that is so that you can find the location. You can actually see it on the picture here also, right? I showed the picture here. Right? And it's almost like a hard hug, but I want it to be, if you could, on those two places. Now
You feel it indentation?
Yes, you want to feel it in between that joint, the two joints meeting. Now, why am I using the middle fingers? Because not only are these angry fingers, right, we know that. One of the things we're going to learn when we do hug your finger, we'll realize that this finger, there's a reason why the whole world uses the middle finger when they're angry, because it really does represent anger. But in any case, why do you want to use? Because this is the point of your heart on the acupuncture meridian line. This is called a heart line.
Spontaneously.
So yeah. So this is a point. If you want to do a double whammy on this exercise, you will want to use you'll use all your fingers like it shows in the picture, but you want to use that to be sort of like the main pressure point. Okay. And basically, this is the lung line. The lung is the area of all the meridians of all of our heart, of all of our energy channels that hold a lot of sadness, grief, people who have experienced loss in their life and they're mourning. The lung line is the line that gets most blocked in terms of energetically. So anytime, in general, tomorrow, later, you want to transform your sadness, you want to let go of something that's holding you back, negativity. So here, this is called feel and heal. You actually feel, and as you're feeling the pressure, and what you want to do is you want to begin the pressure to point on this point 10 seconds first, slowly, gently increasing the pressure. and then holding that, I call it pleasurable pain. You want to hold that point till it feels uncomfortable, but you're not like counting down the seconds when I'm going to finally say to you, let go. Okay, but you want to feel the pressure. You keep that pressure for about a minute to 2 minutes. Okay, and then at the end, I'm just saying, you'll slowly let it go also for a period of 10 seconds. Now here, we're all going to say, I let go of the hurt and open my heart. There is endless loving kindness waiting to come. I love you, Hashem. And it's not for nothing that this is almost like a heart hug, if you'll notice how we're really hugging our heart when we're doing this. And if you really focus on this, you close your eyes, you might find spontaneously even tears are going to start to swell up. Just want to breathe and focus on moving that emotion of sadness, any remnants that are there of the forgiving and letting go. It really accelerates the whole energy healing and clearing process. Just let that tension be relieved. You might find that it's not even so much painful anymore holding those points. And slowly you could begin to release the pressure for a period of 10 seconds until you finally let go. Okay, now the next point is a beautiful point. Yesterday I had hiccups. Now hiccups means that you want to say something and you're like, and you're like, and I did. I felt like I had something I wanted to say. I kept holding it back. So it's like, okay, I got it. I need to. But if you want to, first of all, let go of your hiccups when you're kids, this point right here, which is the CV17, it's right almost like where the bra is, but you'll find an indentation. They actually call it the heart's key. Okay? There's like this, you can feel it's like a soft spot, and when you touch it with your finger, you'll feel like it's tender. That's called CV17. Okay, that's one point. So this is a hiccup point, by the way, just you should know. And then you want to go to your belly button, and then you want to take 2 fingers from the belly button hole, the navel area, and then press there. So it's 2 finger widths down from the belly button, and press there. That's called CV6.
What does it say about 4 finger widths?
4. Sorry. There is one also 2. I got mixed up. Sorry, you're right. So take 4 fingers. Thank you for bringing that. 4 fingers down from the belly button. So if this is the whole area, take your 4 fingers, press underneath, and then where that pinky is, that's where you want to press. Okay? And put your finger there. Again, more or less, together with this one. Now, I just want you to know, everyone's going to love me because the CV6, the one underneath the stomach, is a very good appetite suppressant. It is the appetite. Really watch what you're eating, reduce your sugar cravings. Very good point to press. Okay, before you go to a chasana, right? So, when you get a craving. Yeah, when you get a craving. Okay, but when you press these 2 together, it gives off a lot of calming. When you feel like your heart is racing and you're just nervous and you're ready to scream, this point, when I'm just showing you either the CV17 or both, really will send a lot of calming. Just press, as I said before, slowly. You don't want to press right away hard. You want to, for the first 10 seconds, increase the pressure. Yeah, you do not want to do that. Yes, thank you. I just remembered. Yes, when pregnant women do not want to do this.
But
okay.
The bottom, not with that pinky, with the also.
I like to use. It is. Then use your thumb. Use another. It's fine. Okay. So again, it's the indentation in the breastbone, and then it's about 4 finger fifths below the navel. You want to focus on your breathing, and you want to say the following. Again, 10 seconds, slowly increasing, and then about 1 to 2 minutes of pleasurable pain, and you say, I release the hurts of the past. All is well. And just breathe into it, allowing yourself to let go of whatever else is there. slowly, for a period of 10 seconds, begin to release. So again, it's like this process where we do first, the visualization, and then we can do the acupressure points, or you could just settle and do one or the other, or whatever. Okay, so that's sort of like a little process. Now, we'll do this.
You want to do them at the same time? So if you want to on your own, you can do it at the same time as you're doing the visualization.
Absolutely. Again, do it your way. I'm giving you tools. There's a lot of other acupressure points that you're going to get to know again in the practitioner level, but for now, these are the 2 points I definitely feel are important to incorporate in the program. I'm going to do this one last part, and then we'll break for about 10-15 minutes, okay? So we can all eat. All right. So this is called, if you talk about a tongue twister, a pono. Actually, that's the way this exercise is called, a pono. It's so I call it a 4-step exercise, okay? And basically, if you'll read here what I wrote, whenever we do something, whenever we have an emotion, we take responsibility for it. And the way we take responsibility is by saying these 4 statements. One of the 4 things means I'm taking responsibility. Either I'm sorry for it, either I'm asking for forgiveness for it, either I'm saying to someone I love them and I didn't express my love for them, or I didn't show appreciation for it. So these 4 short statements basically define any reason why I would not be able to let go of some sort of negativity in my life. So I love it because, and it's so easy, I completely forget how to say it. I get completely confused. But the idea is you want to regarding a memory, a person, an idea. Again, husband came in, started shouting, there's no reason to. Children were ungrateful, we ate schnitzel, I wanted meatballs and spaghetti. Whatever the reason may be, you want to let it go on the spot. You don't have a lot of time, memorize these things. Just say, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you. And just keep saying it over and over and over again. You'll find after you keep repeating it over and over and over again, and again, I know in the beginning I'm also going to have to look at it, it's such a simple formula because it covers all the things. I'm sorry I let you down, I do love you, thank you for letting me know. It's like everything's in there. Everything is in there to possibly bring closure to something that you haven't brought closure to in your life. Okay? Very simple exercise. I love to give this to my clients, to tell them to do this. Just very simple and easy. Okay, so bring to mind again something, maybe what we were working with before. Okay? You could do it while doing this, where you're making a bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. That also is an opportunity where you want to draw, you could draw the blood and energy and create a bridge between your consciousness and subconsciousness and your areas of thought. That can help. And then...
Wait, can I just ask?
Yes.
I'm not clear on this.
Yes.
This is something we've actually done wrong, or it's something...
Anything you want to let go of. Anything come to your mind that you now want to let go of it, you want to bring peace to it, you want to finish with it. Okay? Just
not necessarily that we were wrong.
No, because you're covering everything. You're also saying I love you and thank you. You're doing a lot of things. Just bring to mind something that you, again, it could be what you were wanting to forgive and let go of before.
I learned it with I love you first.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please.
Okay, well, again.
Just it connects to it.
Right,
So
okay.
Like, if you start with I love you.
Fine, so there you go. I don't think that you necessarily need to do it in this order, whatever works for you, okay? And again, just repeat it to yourself. Think about what you want to let go and be done with. And then just infuse that message of letting it go. I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you. Sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you. I believe it. You can even, just in your mind's eye, send it to someone. Send the message out to them. See them in your mind's eye and send it to them. Send it to every soul, every cell in your body, even for yourself to let go.
After your class last week, I came back. Even though I was exhausted physically, like I was up before 4 in the morning last week, cleaned the kitchen, and then I did all my tehillim. And not just that, I added this week, I wanted to ask you, but I didn't get through. I put a shield around, Orit Esther Riter, around the whole tehillim list. And I felt that there was like light coming out of the tehillim.
Wow.
The tehillim list, instead of it pulling me down.
Wow.
And so I wanted to just share that. And I don't know if I did the right thing, but I figured, okay, a little
Of course, of course. That's a beautiful thing. Of course.
Today, put Am Yisrael on the Shmirah. And I always do that. I try to imagine all the borders with light in that I'm holding.
Right.
It was like, it was so beautiful. It was so meragesh.
Wow.
We could, do that piece, and it felt the right thing.
I always say, it's one thing that we do tefillah, and tefillah is definitely a source of energy healing, there's no question. But when you begin to send letters and send, like you said, you put in the Magen David, you send a tefillah in that space of energy, it takes on a whole new light. And in fact, would you mind bringing over behind you, there's a whole thing of books right next to the flowers. I'm sorry to bother you, Chava. On top of the books, you see it says Pitum Aktoret? Yeah. So my husband asked me what I want for my birthday, and I said, I want Pitum Aktoret. So he had this done for me, and as a gift, yeah, it's not a cheap thing, so I said that's why I reserved it for my birthday. And if you'll...
I love that. That's one of my favorites.
I started reading, since I learned that the Baal Shem Tov would read this almost all the time, and that it was a big segula for Kaparat Avonot. And he included, the Rav, the Sofer Stam included, you see the menorah, Lamnatseach. Every day in the morning after I do Birkat HaShachar, I try to read it from the Klaf. And I imagine sending that whole menorah, because the menorah is Haganah and Shmiran, the Kohen Gadol, and I imagine sending that to Klal Yisrael, that whole menorah just placed over all the Jewish souls. And so it reminds me a little bit of what you're saying. Let me show them to computer land.
Like if I'm feeling weak or something, is there a moment then that I shouldn't do my tehillim at that point? Or just like if I do the shmirah, like it should be good?
Absolutely. Here, this is the Pitum Aktoret. Okay, everyone also on the camera. And it's just, it really does. It just takes on...
I'm going to look what a yud looks like.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So the whole idea, yeah. Right. But the whole idea of sending your tefillah through like energy, and when you start taking Hebrew letters, and we're going to learn how to just create an energy cloud of Hebrew letters around the energy body, it's very, very beautiful. Like you really feel like wow, this is like a tefillah, energetic experience. It's very, very, very beautiful. Okay, so we're going to learn something very central in energy work right now. It's called connect, disconnect. It's also called pain and love. And the reason why pain and love is because whenever we want to bring something that we love together, there's always a certain level of pain. And sometimes even there's a level of disconnect in that pain, in that loving experience. Sometimes you have to disconnect certain things to be in love and connected, right? Love is connection, but we call it connect disconnect, okay, for the easy sake and purposes. There's the motions are almost the same, but the intention is differently, and then there are certain nuances that make a change. So let's just say, and I'm gonna demonstrate. And then you'll be able to see, you'll also be able to do it yourself. Now, we use this for literally everything. Everything. If I want to take me and my ability to do energy work, right? We do the connect. Hold on, I'm going to go through it in a moment, right? If I want to take me and all my doubts in doing this work, disconnect. Cut away, shoo, 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 done. Okay? So in other words, and you're going to get everything, by the way, on the video or visualization that I'll send to you after the class. So you'll have a link to connect, disconnect. So even if you don't remember exactly what I'm doing right now, you practice it when you get back. Okay? So traumas, trapped emotions when we get to it, promises that we have on us. We use the connect, disconnect is everything. It's like literally, it's like the baseline of this work, okay? So let's just say, again, I want to take you all and your ability to do this work, okay? Now just watch what I'm doing, okay? Now my eyes are going to automatically blink. They just do. Can you just make sure that you see me in time? I'm so sorry, I don't mean to bother you.
Fine.
You see, everything's going good. Okay, so again, how do we do connect, disconnect? Me is always in the right. Me, my client, always in the right. The thing I want to bring together, the other, the emotion, the person, the attribute, lots of money in the bank, whatever, right? Always in the left. Now, again, my eyes automatically blink, so that's how I know when to stop. But for you all now, even until you don't have the blinking, or maybe you do, some of you do, you'll just feel when you're putting your hand down, you'll feel like there's something there, ah, now is it clear? Next, something there, ah, all clear. Okay? So you'll just go based on your gut and your feeling and your emotion, okay? So again, so let's just say, here you are consciously, and here's your success in doing this work, okay? So watch what I do. I begin to go down, my eyes begin to blink, and I'm going to go down until I stop blinking, I go back up. Okay, nothing coming. Back, right hand back up, left hand. Your ability to do this work, you and all the graduates of the past as well. I'll explain to you what I'm doing, okay? Hamsa, hamsa, hands together, separate. My intention in separating is only so that whatever is disturbing the connection between the two should be gone. My blinking stopped, and now I bring together. Right hand over left until blinking stops. Sense of warmth. I feel the connection. Hamsa, hamsa. That's called a connect. What am I doing? I took you all, and I brought you down to your past lifetimes. Any time you and doing energy work ever met before. Now, this is now, and now past lifetime, second, third, fourth. I don't consciously start counting it, but I'm basically going down all the past lifetime. Now, sometimes when you're doing work like this, you're like, okay, we have a long history here. We've been together a lot. So you want to bring yourself together with your husband? Okay, we've been together many, many, many times, right? Or me and my anger towards my neighbor. Oh, me and my neighbor have a long history together. Like, you could tell how many times you're going down by how many times you've been together with this person.
What are you trying to connect and disconnect? Disconnect.
I just made up something. No. Now I'm connecting. Let's say you all. I connected you to doing this work. Okay? So once I finish clearing the history page, doing this, and the history page on that side doing this, I bring the two hands together. Hamsa, hamsa. We'll learn exactly what that is. Put the hands back together. So why am I separating before I connect? Because I think about two pieces of paper that need to connect. Glue. If there's sand here, will they stick? No. So my intention is to disconnect whatever is stopping the gluing process. The alignment, if there's any schmutz in there that's stopping the two from being aligned, I want to take it away until, okay, there's nothing left anymore. Now let's bring together. Right hand over left till I feel nice, warm, tingly vibration, just like what energy feels to us, right? When I feel that presence or I see something, I might see a visual, beam of light, whatever it is, or I feel like there's an open, chamsa, and that's connect. Okay, so I want everyone...
How long does this take connected for?
How long does it take to take an effect?
No. How long does the effect last?
Until it doesn't. I don't have any answer for you until it doesn't. It should definitely create but wait a minute. You know what? I have a good answer. I have a better answer. You can't just superficially connect me and my husband. What about the traumas? What about the trapped emotions? Right? If it doesn't, that means I have to do deeper work. Second of all, sometimes you have to disconnect to connect. Remember, that's Rabbi Pesach Krohn, right? Doesn't he say? You know that he has a campaign. You have to disconnect to connect.
Oh, you mean like
the cell phone, yes. He has actually a cell phone campaign. You have to disconnect your phone to connect to Hashem. So sometimes it's me and all my anger towards my husband. Out, finish, and now me and my husband. That's wonderful. So sometimes you have to do that too. But I'm just, again, teaching you the more. Right now, you're not really necessarily using it, although I do want you to use it. I'm just giving you, okay? So I want everybody to practice it with me. Now, you had a question?
Yeah, but we can, it was kind of what you were saying. I guess the forgiveness piece is more conscious work. Like, when do you feel, just in general, doing this work, that someone actually needs to do some of the conscious work around it, not just like you as practitioner, you're going to do the
That's all intuition. Intuition. Your intuition will tell you exactly what you need to do. I don't have any answer for you because you don't know.
Right, but I'm saying like, okay, so you do your piece, and whatever they're meant to work unconsciously will come up and will manifest.
I don't want, and also I want our consciousness in this program not to be talking about anybody else. I want us to be. I tend to get a lot of these. Well, what do I know? How am I gonna? You're not even at practitioner level yet. Like, let's just keep. This is for you. And you will know what you need to do for yourself. Once you begin to trust what you need to do for you, you'll be able to already know what other people need from you too. Okay? So one step at a time. So, okay, everyone take yourself in one hand, and I don't know what you want to connect to. Think of what's something you want to connect to. Maybe something that has to do with the forgiving and letting go. Maybe you want to connect to feeling good about yourself, loving Hashem, Emuna and Hashem. You and Emuna and Hashem. You and your Ratzon to daven. You and your Ratzon to, I don't know. Be patient. I don't know. Think of something. I'm sure there's something you want to connect to, okay? So again, you have to give yourself space. Move away from the table, because you have to now with this, and you always have to make sure, you also have like a good enough space. When we do the disconnect, you go like this, and you're like, I'm banging into everything. You have to really, when you do this, you have to be ready to open yourself up, because you don't know where you're going to go with this in your energy, okay? Okay? All right. What was that?
Am I on top? Am I on something?
Oh, something moved, Toda?
Oh, me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, everything here is connected. Connected there. Okay, we're connected. All right. Okay, so again, blinking comes, fantastic. Let the blinking come until it stops. If not, when you go down, there's something here, there's something here, there's something here. Let's go again. Oh, the pathway is now open. Or, again, when you close, you're doing this when your eyes close, you can also see there's guk, there's guk, there's guk, there's guk. No, now it's all clear. I want you to, again, use the three modalities, either blinking, visualization, or feeling, that you'll know when it's time for you to stop this movement and move on to your left.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yes.
They say you want to connect to a person.
Person, yes.
Okay, we want to connect more to a person.
Okay, you and the person.
Oh, the person's on the left?
Yes, you are always on the right. No, you are on the right.
So what am I thinking when I'm going down?
No, I'm glad. This is the time to ask me. Ask me if anybody's confused. I will wait here until everyone's not confused anymore.
We want to connect to a person, so what am I doing when I'm going down?
You're going down past lifetimes that you've ever been in touch with that person.
First letting go of...
You're not letting go. You're clearing the pathway of any time you have ever had a situation that has not allowed you to connect to this person. So you're going back to the core. You're not just talking about now connecting to him. You want to connect to that person, to that particular incident, whatever it is, from way back. Yemima, right? You want to go back to when you're in Gan Eden, and any time since then that you have ever had a situation where you were not, that would stop you from connecting to that person today. That's the concept.
Is it ever for ourselves that it could be too much to just go through all those lifetimes so quickly?
No. No. It's what we're not doing anything. We're allowing Hashem to do whatever is needed for us here. Whatever you're meant to go through, feel, correct, repair, like you had said. How long does it last? Hashem factor. I don't know. I'm doing my work. It's like taking up Tylenol. I don't know if it's going to work. The bottle says to me it works. People tell me it works. Studies tell me it works. When I pop the pill, I don't know if it's going to work. It's Hashem factor, right? So Hashem factor here.
So if you get Hashem, we go down with generations endless.
Well, yeah, think about it. Yeah. Don't think too much of it. Right. All the times you've been in touch with, I guess, Hashem. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. So let's go. With two hands open, one next to the other, and we begin. Huh? Yeah. I like to touch it. And let your right hand begin to descend down with the intention that you want to clear away anything from past lifetimes that would stop you from being able to connect to that other essence that you have on the left side. And when you feel that the process is, now the presence should not be when you're coming up. It should only be when you're going down. When you bring your hand back up, bring it back quickly. It's not doing anything. It's the down part. And then you bring it up just for the purpose of bringing it up. But you want to feel how it feels like on the way down. Okay? And when you're done with that, left hand down. I'm going quicker, but everyone take their time. I'll wait eventually, and then I'll do it again. Left hand down, 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 down.
What's left hand down again?
Anything you want to connect to. You are in the right. Left is anything you want to connect to. Person, emotion, money in the bank, doing this work, love, anything.
Wait, so we're clearing up from the right anything that has blocked.
It's you. You're on the right. So anytime you have ever met that essence on the left, you're going all the way down. Yes, until you feel like there's a clear opening. Okay? If you feel the blinking, that means you haven't cleared the path yet. If you feel heaviness, you haven't cleared the path yet. If you see darkness, you haven't cleared the path yet. You just want to feel that there's nothing there anymore.
So left you'd have to do more than once also.
Only, sometimes you go down and down and down on the right, but on the left, you feel like, oh, that was quick. Because on the left side, there's not much resistance there. I can't, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a class. I'm going to call you right back. Yeah, all right, bye.
So the left hand thing you're doing with a person is a matter of...
Anytime you've ever, no, it's okay. You're basically, look, when you're going right and left, you're bringing down the past history between you and the person. You and any time you've ever met that person. You've ever met lack of bitachon. And you and any time you've never had money in the bank. You and any time you've hated yourself. Whatever. You understand? You're bringing down the history. You're going through the history, past lifetimes between you and that person, okay? You bring your hands up.
Does it make sense that the left one
yes.
much further?
Yes, absolutely. It could very well be that there's a longer history there, absolutely, for sure.
There's also a history of where you were connected?
Where that person, that essence has ever had challenges with you. It's when you've had challenges with them, when they've had challenges with you.
Maybe that's why I wasn't figuring.
Sorry, I'm trying to change the words around, and I'm seeing when you're not getting it, then I'm changing it again. But they all mean the same thing. Everything I've just said, it just maybe I didn't explain it the way you needed to hear it, so now I'm explaining.
I was thinking of a particular hardship of me with myself. That I want to
Yeah, so me.
bitachon,
Right. So me and my lack of bitachon, and the intention should be I want to clear away any past lifetime blockages that I've ever had with that, whatever it is in your left hand. And then left hand when you finish with the right. Again. Left. And have the two hands meet one another when you're done, side by side. Everyone know how to do a chamsa a little bit? Chamsa, chamsa. Starts with the pinky, like playing the piano. Chamsa, Chamsa. It doesn't matter how you're really doing it. Chamsa, chamsa, put your hands together. And now your intention, here's important. Intention is, I want to just take away anything that's blocking us from this lifetime to connect. Right? Is this lifetime. So you want to disconnect anything that's stopping the two of you from connecting together. When the blinking stops or you feel there's a lack, there's no more resistance, you can go back and put your hands together and do it again. Anything that's there that's not allowing me to connect to this person, I want to completely dismantle, disconnect, remove from the presence. Oh, I feel it a lot in the chest, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, wow.
Very heavy.
Yes. Okay, then you have to just keep taking away. I know, it is. This stuff works. It's real stuff. This is not just, yeah. It's a very, I'm glad that everyone's feeling it, okay? When you're done with that separation, start to bring the right hand towards the left very slowly. Very slowly. And let the right hand make its way over the left, slowly, slowly, with the intention to bring and connect the two entities together and align. It's called a clear alignment, frequency alignment. Until you feel the warmth. And you end off with Chamsa Chamsa. Chamsa Chamsa. Did you feel it? Yeah? Did you feel, did you have any visualization while doing it?
No, because it was a thing.
Okay, fine.
Hard, because they very.
That means there's still stuff in this lifetime that need to be cleared away.
So does that mean that I would have to start again?
No. You don't want to go back. You just keep doing like this. Look, watch. I'm like this. Like that. Yeah. So sometimes when there's a you'll see now in a disconnect, I'll be like this. Okie dokie here now. Okay, I can't pull this two apart. Oh my gosh. I just can't separate the two. I just can't. It's like glue. You just have to keep doing it. And then eventually
The whole thing again from the beginning on another session. Like let's say I'm clearing
so
what's up with Hashem.
first of all, right. You just clear. At one point you'll see with the disconnect you do like this. And then you just keep chopping. So it's not like it finishes with this. You just chop, separate, wipe clean, done.
When you're separating, if it feels like hard to separate, what does that mean?
Also, there's a strong connection. Okay, but you see, look how you can get to feel now, where am I stuck? Where am I stuck, right? I'm stuck in this connection. I'm stuck. Oh, I thought I really forgave the person, but oh no, I really can't connect to that person at all. If you can't, it's interesting. I just read this past Motzei Shabbat, I read a book on energy, and they gave a beautiful exercise. I definitely want to do it. I hope in this program, Bli Neder. And he said, you go into like this meditative state, and you see yourself as like this transparent person. And then you want to start inviting people into you to come close to you, but not just to come close to you. You want to see them pass through you to the other side. See who's not able to pass through you. Where are they stuck? In your heart, in your nose, in your throat, in your tuchus? I'm like, where are they stuck? And that's how you'll know if you really, really allow them to have your space. If you really are connected to them all. I thought, wow, what a beautiful I have to do that meditation. I have to figure out a way to get it. I'm like, wow. So here you get to really see it. Can I connect to this person? Do I really feel I deserve money in the bank? You think it's so easy, you and money in the bank? Try to connect yourself. See if you really feel like you deserve to have money in that bank. I guarantee half of you, if not more, will not be able to do the connection between you and money in the bank, because you have, I don't deserve it, I'm going to lose Hashem, I won't give enough maser, I'm going to be tripping over everyone, I'm going to think I'm better than everyone. We all have all these mishkababel ideas. We all think, what's the problem, me and Lotto? What's the It's not so easy. It's not so easy. We have all these, and here you can sort of see for yourself, where are you? Where are you? Do I really want to love my husband? I don't know. I can't seem to love my husband here. So that is an indicator for me. Okay, so again, these are all right, so that's connect. Hold on, I didn't do it yet. That's why. You didn't get it because I didn't do it yet.
I have a technical question.
Yeah.
What was your name?
Chava.
You were working with yourself. So if you're working with yourself, what's the left hand? Like I'm
Me and loving myself. The emotion. Me and self-love.
okay. The left hand
Right?
is emotional.
Right. You don't want to do me and letting go of anger. You don't want to connect yourself to a negativity. Me and being loving. You know, you want to put a positive. Connecting means a positive. Right? Or you want to connect to it.
So why is it, okay, it was very, 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 very heavy, and then there was one point, I can't remember, I think it was when I was coming in, all of a sudden it let go.
Yeah. You know what? I sometimes hear a blink. I sometimes hear like a blip. I'm like, oh, it finally let go. Oh, great.
It was easy, and then when I came
That
back,
beautiful.
but why did it get easy coming back when it was so hard?
Because you finally let it go. Don't you understand? Your pulling apart allowed you to be connected. It's you just, again, think of it as the sand on the two pieces of paper. You just cleared away the sand, and now the glue allows it to stick together. That's real, right? Okay, so now let's do disconnect. Okay, so again, disconnect almost looks the same. You have to be very careful. You have to be very conscious, because when you're doing this, I found once or twice when I lost my train of thought, I was like, wait a minute, what did I just do? Was I'm in connect or disconnect? Because it up until there, it looks like the same thing. It's this, it's this, it's this, and here is where it changes. Connect means this, and disconnect from here, I don't go back. I don't want to connect. Boom, 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 hamsa, hamsa. Out, out, out. Your intention is out. I don't want it. And then you bring the two back together as if, and you leave your left hand sort of like here as your part. But here, there's still whatever's left here. A rope, a piece of metal rod, I don't know, whatever. And you chop, chop. This becomes your chopper, saw, chop, scissor, whatever. Hammer it out. I don't care what some people go like this. Whatever you want. And then once you see that there's nothing there, there's this, there's that, and there's nothing connecting between, you pull it apart. Pull, 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 out, out, out. You always wipe your hands clean whenever you dealt with negative energy. Some say you should wipe it to the left, some say it's enough to just rub your hands and just shake it off. And then your hands, as if you're neutralizing your hands again, right? Don't rub it on you. You don't want to rub it. Yeah, I'm just saying. You don't want to rub it. You want to rub it and just let it go. Right? Okay? Because you don't want to be the source of collecting. I'm glad that you showed me that, because that's important that we know. All right? So that's...
Why did you do that when you were disconnecting, when you were getting rid of the stuff that was like causing friction in the connect?
Because the idea is I want to connect. The only reason why I'm pulling apart in the connect is just to take away in this lifetime whatever's there that's stopping me from connect. Here I went past lifetime. Here is this lifetime.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm bringing it back together. So I want it because I want to connect in this lifetime. In the connect and disconnect, this is past and this is present. Okay? So also when we do trauma work, we clear the trauma line and then we go back past lifetime. So you'll see it's always the opposite sort of motion, so you can differentiate in your mind what is this lifetime, what's past lifetime, and what's family tree. There's a couple different areas that we go up and travel up. Okay? This is not part of the protocol, but this is something you're going to use consistently throughout. Okay, so that's why. So I'm going a little bit at it. Next week we're doing the whole, like almost the whole protocol. We're going to start. But now I have to teach you basic tools so that you know how to even go through the protocol, okay? So again, the consciousness of all of you and all the past graduates. See, there wasn't much anymore, and I can't do this work. Not trusting and believing in ourselves. Hamsa, hamsa. Separate. My blinking stopped. Hamsa, hamsa. Shoo. Done.
Okay.
That was hard. Disbelief. A lot of disbelief. So I know you see sometimes the negativity is really great. You just literally can't breathe. You have to know it's part of it. It's that we rejuvenate ourselves, we clean, and no matter how much. See why it's so important to work on ourselves, because there must be probably some disbelief in me, which is why I'm feeling the disbelief, and I'm probably taking away my own disbelief.
Whenever you feel it more, it's because you're activating something in yourself.
Exactly. So there must be something in me too. Maybe it's too good to be true for me, and I'm also not believing this is happening. And who knows? We're all exposed to it. None of us are clean from all these disbeliefs. Okay?
And now that you've cleared that, if we would do that same thing,
it should be a lot less. A lot. I call this type of work going through the layers. You're shaving layer. We're very complex human beings. We're shaving, and eventually, hopefully, we're getting to a core. Right? Okay, so everybody want to do it together? We can work at it together. I'll do it again in a slow pace. Okay, so you are on the right, and anything you want to disconnect from on the left, consciously just bring it to your two open hands. Okay, and begin.
Sorry, one more.
Yes.
When we're going down, this is also the disbelief of lifetimes?
Yes.
We're doing lifetimes.
It's right. Let's say it's me, and any time I've never believed in myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
is there a way to do a few things together?
Yes, you could. You could. If you can find a commonality. I can't take away my toothache and my toe ache. I don't know. Yeah, try to find a common ground. You, always you. Start going down. And again, more than 2 or 3 times going down, you should not have to do. And then the left hand going down. And the attention again to clear away any time in the past I've ever endured this particular thing that I want to get rid of. And when the 2 hands are back together, Hamsa, Hamsa, and begin to separate. 2 hands together, Hamsa, Hamsa, separate. Until you feel, when you're separating, I want you to almost feel like there's a rubber band or a rope or, I don't know, something that you just want to just feel the resistance until, oh, okay, no, there's nothing here, there's nothing connecting me to that person. You can let your hands go way open if need be. Because it could be there's a long history here between you and that thing you want to separate.
As if I'm doing like Hashem on the left, so it's like...
You don't want to disconnect from Hashem.
No, what would I be doing?
Okay, here you do not want to use anything positive. You want to do something you want to let go of.
I do that on the right.
You.
Me.
And then
what's on the left?
Anything you want to get rid of, disconnect. I want to get rid of my lack of Emuna. I want to get rid of...
on the right. The right was the what?
You are always the right. Remember, that's very easy.
It's me and my wanting to get rid of this, no?
But whatever, yeah, you could put it that way, yes. But what you want to get rid of is on the left. Right? You.
Have the hands together?
So I put it together and then I do Hamsa Hamsa. And then I put them back together.
Yeah, I had like lack of belief in myself.
Yes.
And when I was pulling away, for some reason this hand stayed, but this one just...
That's okay. That's your way. Again, don't try, no logic here. This is what you needed to do. Don't question it. We don't question what happens to us, what comes to us. It's yours. Okay? So disconnect. We all disconnected? Right? Until we finally feel there's nothing. Just go do this one more time, just to make sure there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here. Keep that mindset. There's nothing here, there's nothing here. Connecting.
I just have a hard time.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Chamsa, chamsa when you're out. Chamsa, chamsa, out. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Rid. Out. Bring the presence together, and your intention is whatever is still there. Chop, saw, clean, bang. Just see it completely away. Separate. Wipe hands clean, and just throw it out. Logic. You're looking for logic, and I think you have to just let go of the logic for a minute. Where that's our next noseh actually about logic. Logic has no room in this room.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, there's no logic here. It's just take it for a rule. Me and Lashon Hara. Me and hating myself. Me and being angry at my husband. Me and my disbeliefs. Me and I can't do this and everyone's getting this but me. Literally, me and I don't know what the heck she's talking about. You know, just let it go. Don't think too much into it. Don't think too much. Why? Don't make it too logical for you.
You and your intersection with the thing on the left.
Right.
Oh, so we're thinking that we have to have a kavanah within.
The kavanah means I want. You're not letting go from here. You're just anytime you've ever met that Lashon Hara. I spoke Lashon Hara past lifetime, second 2, 3, 4 lifetimes, 5 lifetimes, 6 lifetimes, 7 lifetimes. Oh, and Lashon Hara has challenged me. Past lifetime, 2 past lifetime, 3 times. Oh my gosh, Lashon Hara has never left me alone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Remember I said it's a consciousness. It's a consciousness. Everything you want to get rid of, it's a consciousness. Me and having money, there's a consciousness with having money. Like I said, there's this all the belief system of having money. I deserve to have money. Money will stay with me. Money is a blessing in my life. There's a consciousness in that other side. Or that I want to let go of, or that I want to bring in with me.
Any of the stuff, I thought, let's just do it and see what happens instead of trying to think about what's supposed to happen. What is
Thank you. I like that.
That's supposed to do.
Right.
Let's just do it and kind of see what happens.
Do you have any idea how many times in this program you're going to, and that's what I want to talk about, okay? So we have the lavender oil. Everyone could use it. I want to talk a little bit about intuition. Everyone should rub their hands. I did speak a little bit about intuition through the pre-records, but I want to talk about what is intuition. When I say to you, trust your gut feeling, what does it mean? Who am I talking to? When I say to you, ask, who are you asking? What are you asking? No, I don't want, thank you. What am I asking? Yeah, that's where the borderline of you're doing avodah zarah. Who are you really talking about? What are you saying it's clearing? What's clearing? Who's clearing? So you have to know that the energy body, we've spoken about this before, is your interface between you, the physical world, and the spiritual world. So there is an esoteric gesher, sort of bridge going in there, but you are still using your logic. You're still getting you hear yourself speaking. You hear an answer coming to you. You feel something. So it is still in the realms. Just move that tissue away, I think, away from the candles. I was a little worried. So you are still in the realms of yourself. It's not like you're going and you're asking and you're not receiving it when you're up there. You're here and you're getting your answers. But what is this intuition? Intuition is your higher self. Again, I always laugh at this. It's just knowing because I know, but I don't know how I know. I just know.
I jump in with a pasuk in Mishlei. There's a pasuk?
Yeah.
I think it's in Mishlei. It's, I think it says, Eitz Amuka B'Tzochlek, like Hashem placed good advice, and Ish Tvunot, Yedilena, will just know.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's beautiful. So that's that gut feeling of just knowing something. What?
What is that, Misha?
Maybe we should have a group and I'll send it out.
Yeah, we do. You all have each other's email addresses. You can always address the whole group. Love for you to all, yeah. Okay? Where does this intuition of this higher self, the inner knowingness, come from? Scientifically, many say from the pineal gland. The pineal gland, your closest way of actually touching it inside your body is if you took the tip of your tongue and pressed it on the top of your roof. You could take you're actually touching the pineal gland. It's sort of like here, a little bit down in your third eye, but inside and a little bit down. You're sort of like almost in that same parallel area. What is this pineal gland? The pineal gland is a very tiny size of a pea. Some say even the size of a grain of rice. Very tiny little gland that is in charge of your intuition. It is what enables you to have the clairvoyancy and the metaphysical, oh, I've been there before, all that deja vu all comes from being fed from this little gland. The pineal gland has the most blood flowing to it after the kidneys. That's how powerful it is. Some say that if you took the pineal gland and opened it up, the DNA that's in there will give you all of the history of all your ancestry since Gan Eden. All your soul's contracts, everything you've ever done since the beginning of time until now is all swirled into the DNA of this little pineal gland. Very, very, very powerful place. Now, there's another way to get to it besides, okay? Some say it's at the unibrow. Some say it's one finger above the unibrow. So if you really want to get your pineal gland activated, just use your 2 fingers, because we don't know if it's here at the, the bridge, or if it's one finger up in this little crevice here. You have like this little indentation. It could be either one of them. So just keep your 2 fingers here. And with the lavender oil, what's nice is when you smear your hand with the lavender oil, some of it stays here. When you're going like this, look, it's right by your nose. You see? So you can actually smell it. And just do it. Remember the acupressure, the way we press? We want to do it the same way. We want to press on it up until 10 seconds till we get to a pleasurable pain point. And then you want to just breathe in. And here I want you to have the intention, let go of logic. Let go of logic, just allow for your intuition to be your inner guide. It's Hashem talking through you, and your ability to glance and understand more of the metaphysical messages of the world. And you should know that the pineal gland is also in charge of producing melatonin, serotonin. It works to regulate our time, our sleep, sexuality, stress. Very good pressure point to press when you're feeling stressed, you need clarity, you're doing an energy work and you feel like your intuition is completely zonked out. You want to press that point and then slowly let it go, as we did before. So that's
very painful. Like
it could be that you have a lot of mushkababble messages in your brain, or you're afraid to let go of listening to, oh no. Like here is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be told things I don't know if I want to know. A lot of us don't want to know. A lot of us don't want to know things about ourselves. You have to be ready to want it, to be accepting of it, okay? The next pineal gland from a reflexology perspective is right here. On the pillow of your thumb, you have a couple ways of pressing it. You can either do it like this. There's a reason why they do this. Why do they do this, the Eastern, world? You're not allowed to say this. There's nothing wrong. This is a meridian point, and remember we said this is a meridian point. When you put the 2 of these together, it gives a lot of intuition. So there is something beautiful about this, the idea of pressing, and then you're also pressing on your pineal gland and your heart. So you're doing both when you're doing this. So it's a beautiful, again, something beautiful to utilize. And why do you want to activate the pineal gland? Because it is that physical, spiritual gesher, the bridge between spirituality and physicality. That's the pineal gland that opens you and allows you to experience your intuition, your higher consciousness. I'm going to say another couple of points while you can continue to press your points. Indigo. The color indigo, which is really like it's a dark, I try to assimilate as much as I can. It's like a dark blue, but also like a dark purple. Indigo is a very good color to increase your intuition. It really helps to stimulate if you want to bring it into your environment, which, by the way, the amethyst, you see, borderlines on that indigo color. But the whole idea of the indigo is we're going to learn with the colors, the frequency of the color of indigo is the frequency of the pineal gland. I'm going to show it to the people on computer land. Okay, this is the amethyst. So you can kind of get it, hopefully, I don't know if you could really see it because the color's not right. But the color indigo, so again, you might want to get something to sit on your desk or your area that you're working on that'll have indigo. Intuition is not guessing. You're not guessing anything. I just want you to understand, when something comes to you, it's not like, I don't know, was it real? Was it not real? All these ideas that the self-doubt kills your intuition. The minute you question, did I feel it? Did I feel it? Did I really blink? Did I not? Did I get it? Was it really there? The minute you begin to self-doubt what you're feeling, think about it as crushing your muscle. It's literally a person crushes their muscle. Your intuition is going to want to rise. You're in a conscious state of energy. Energy goes with intuition. And here you are, constantly the self-talk. No, I don't know. You have to keep dismissing it. Just keep, whatever rises, intuition is one of those things. It comes as symbols. It comes as pieces. It comes as, why is that person here right now? Like, what are they doing here? I have nothing. I wasn't even dealing with them. Why? Why did jealousy suddenly come to me? Like, I'm not even thinking about it. Don't question. That's when you know. The more illogical it is, the more you know it's your intuition. If it doesn't make sense, you're finally in your intuitive place. Because it's not supposed to make sense. Why? Intuition is right brain, and logic is left brain. We quiet our left brain when we do energy work. We don't care what makes sense. We don't care how it, does it make sense what I'm there. You work with intuition, it's what comes to you. You have to let it rise. You have to not question it. You have to not push it away. When something comes to you, sit with it, be patient, and see what develops. If you see a triangle in front of you, say, I wonder what that triangle wants to say to me. Have an interaction and conversation with whatever it is that you visually hear. Sometimes you hear voices. Let the voice talk to you. Don't be scared of it. Don't push it away. Okay? This is part of the intuition process, and this is part of what ends up happening. Again, it comes through, arises in pieces, colors, feelings. It doesn't make sense at all in the beginning. Just sit with it and let it be. You want to practice how you can, and that's your homework for the week. You want to practice how you can develop your intuition. Close your eyes. After you're, in a somewhat semi-relaxed place, close your eyes, open your hands so that you're summoning yourself to receive, and ask a question. Any question. Should I move to this house or not? And the first answer that comes to you, believe that is, did I marry the right man? No, don't ask that. Don't answer that. Don't. I don't want to be responsible for that. Okay? Just ask a question. The way you ask a question when you're in the midst of your intuition, like when we do clearing, then we begin to do a lot of this motion, where we begin to stir our energy fields. When you ask a question, you say, wait, what else is really there? And then you're starting to hear things, feel things, see things, right? I want you to ask the question. Think about when you go into a restaurant and you're asking, can you show me where the bathroom is? Do you expect them to say, what, are you kidding me? Why are you asking me that question? Do you have any idea? No. They're going to be like, oh, it's on the right. Right? That's how easy you're going to get the answer. When you ask questions, you have to be in the state of mind that the answer is going to come as quickly. And even someone, what time is it? Where do you live? What's your name? Do you want coffee, tea, 1 sugar, 2 sugars in your coffee? A simple question. Oh my gosh, I'm going to ask this question. I start to hyperventilate. Just ask the question, expect it to come, and be ready to receive it as though you went in and asked, where's the ladies' room? Okay? It's that simple. Just let it go. Don't ask too many questions. Just let it arise, okay? If you don't understand it, just say, Hashem, I really don't understand this. Can you please open me up so that I can better understand what it is that I need to know right here? Just allow it to be a tefillah session for you. Allow Hashem to just feed you with whatever it is that needs to come in. Don't say, can't be, that was nothing, I don't think it's true, it's a bunch of baloney. The minute you start feeding yourself with all this stuff, again, I didn't say you can't reawaken your intuition. You can. But why? Just when that comes in, just dismiss it. Just say, no, there's definitely something here. I want to know more. I'm staying with this. I believe in this. Just keep talking back at it until you finally get yourself to really listen to what it is that you want to say. Okay? So that's what I wanted to say about intuition. I want to do the blinking exercise. Okay? Move forward with the blinking. And hopefully we'll get to the yes and no, and then we'll stop. The 3 hamsas we'll do next time. Okay? Does anybody have questions on intuition? Anybody questioning?
It's a logic question, but does it depend on your, how much throughout your life you've given yourself input of information. As for instance, if I have a problem with shifat machshavot v'milim, it usually comes in intuition a lot stronger, but is that limiting myself? Because
meaning, I'm trying to understand.
Usually we materialize words. We take words and we create with them the answers. Right. The answers are being come through words. Right. Not coming through. It's like feelings with words. Even if I'm feeling, but I'm getting a word with it.
You should know, words are also intuition. If you're closing your eyes and you see words coming in front of you, then that's your intuition too.
No, but so I'm asking, that's my part with that. I'm asking if, like a person who's, I don't know, say more educated, a person who's has
logical.
Yeah, able to intake a lot more information. Right. Is it easier? Will they be able to get information back? Like the intuition be stronger? No, able to
absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I think the opposite. The opposite. The more information you have in your brain, the more logical you're going to tend to be, and then it's going to be very hard for you to let go and just let arise. You have to understand, this is a let arise. Whatever comes to your way, place. That's what energy work requires. Yeah, exactly. That's why we do the breathing. That's why we do the forgiving and letting go.
The subconscious mind.
Right. You basically want to let go of all your preconceptions. Anything, all your preconceptions, okay?
What's the word you would use in Hebrew that would be the closest? Or HaKodesh or something?
Intuitia, no. Intuitia. I mean, I don't know of any other word. Hagashat pnimit. Yediya pnimit, I would even say it, because intuition really is a knowingness. I said it's not guessing. You're not just saying, okay, let me guess, what color is...
Is it part of Bina, or is it...
For sure it's part of Bina, because actually intuition is in the Bina center. Intuition is the ability to take Boneh means you're building. What is intuition? What did I say? It comes in symbols, then you start building. That's exactly the intuitive center, is the Bina center.
I think you can maybe put it together with the fact that a lady feels
right.
About the guy
right. You'll tell your child, like, I don't want you hanging around with that kid. Hello? Does it make sense? No? Does it make sense to you when you go and see your house? You're like, that's the house. Why? What did it speak to you? Did it send you a message? Did it give you $1 million check? What? That's anybody who dismisses energy work basically dismisses a huge part of their life, because intuition is what we all do. You know to get on the bus, you don't know. You know to buy this can of potatoes, not like everything you do is intuition. When you think about it, is Emuna. What is Emuna? It's rational, but it's a super rational. It's something you can't. No one came down and proved to me there's a God. Anybody have absolute proof that there's a God? Anybody been absolutely proven that there's a God? No, none of us. Right? It says, Asher Yereni v'met, or so, right? Lo chai. Hashem even says, you can't see. Saying basically, you'll never really be able to absolutely see me.
No, because Olam is from
Ha'olam, right? Otherwise, you can't be in this world, right? Exactly. So the bottom line is, what do we have in this world? Rabbi Akiva Tatz Shlita says it beautifully. He says we have what's called sufficient evidence. That's what we live on. All of our Torah is based on sufficient evidence that there's a God. There's enough going for the fact that He's here and that He's around and He's involved in our life. They're not. But at the end of the day, there's no absolute certainty of anything in this world. So there's always an intuitive factor. Here in energy work, you have to allow that intuition to really, really take that space. Okay? Let's do the blinking. So everyone's going to feel it differently, but the main thing is I want you to know, what's the difference between me blinking regularly and blinking now? Consciousness. That's it. Here I'm blinking. Okay, so what? So it's another automatic biological reflex, instinct. But when I'm in conscious energy work, every blink means something. Every blink, it becomes my partner and I pay attention to it. That's the difference. I'm talking to you now, I'm blinking, don't think about it. But the minute I'm like, up, and my eyes begin to blink, it's completely, it becomes now my partner. It's it's all about literally switching on and off. Okay? Now, remember what I said. Blinking versus intuition, believe your intuition. It's happened to me before that I didn't blink, but yet I felt that there was something else going on. I check, later on we're going to learn throughout the program, code. We define a code. Code in accuracy of blinking And I was like, 10, 20. Of course, my accuracy of my blinking is on 20%. Of course I'm not blinking. My intuition, though, I checked, was on 100%. So it could be because eyes are physiological. They could be off balance. They're dry. There's allergies. I'm scared someone's going to see me. There's a million reasons why my blinking is going to be off. Believe your gut over your blinking. Remember, just very, very important. I want to make it very clear. If you think you blinked, finish. You blinked. If you think you felt something, you felt. If you aren't sure if you did, you're sure. Thank you. If you it means there was a reason for you to doubt because something happened. That's just now you counteracting the truth. Because otherwise, why would you doubt? There wasn't anything there. So again, the doubt should be your indicator that there is something there. Use it for your advantage. Don't succumb to it. Don't give in to your doubt. Allow it to serve you the pathway to actually move forward. Okay, this exercise, I'm going to let everyone be calm. You will not have to do this exercise every time you do an energy session. Anybody know how to work with a pendulum? No. Pendulum, you program it. Once you program it, it works. You don't have to reprogram it because it's yours and it's fed into your energy and it reads your energy and you're allowed to use it halachically, by the way. All the sages and the Kabbalists used to use it. That's how they found, by the way, that's the way the Arizal found all the Kvarim. The way that Arizal found all the Kvarim is he would go with the pendulum, and when it would move, he would know that there's a kever of a tzaddik in the ground. Until today, that's how they use it. You should know, today when they look for Kvarim, that's how they use it. They use it with a pendulum. That's how they get to feel the energy of the nifter.
Okay.
So,
the greatness of the Arizal was that he knew knowing who was that tzaddik.
See, you took it one place even further. Okay, so the bottom line is this is a programming exercise. You will not have to do this once you have programmed your eyes, unless chas v'shalom. Even when my code of blinking is 20%, I don't have to reprogram it. We'll learn the shita of dismissing the blockages, and then it'll come right back. Once it's programmed, it's programmed. Your eyes will know what to do once you program them. The thing is you have to first program them. Once you do, you will not have to repeat this exercise. So if it's painful, annoying, time-consuming, just consider it as an exercise. One time, twice, three, maybe a week. You'll have to go home and do it now. But eventually you will get it. You will not have to do this again. So if you get headaches from this, don't think, why did I even sign up to this course? I knew I shouldn't have done it. My husband was right, all that. All the great self-doubts. Okay. So we're going to all do this together. Okay? And the way that we do this is it's two parts. One is we want to give the intention out there that this is what it feels like to just randomly blink. We want to know, what does it feel like? We're sending a message to our body. This is what it feels like to just blink. Okay, so how do we do that? We keep our head looking straight. We do not move the head. You don't want to go like this. You don't want to go like that. You don't want to move your head. You want to keep your head stationary. Wherever it is, if it's on like this, keep it like that. If it's like that, keep it. Do not move your head. And all you want to do is you want to raise your eyeballs all the way up, just like that, and just wait for a natural blink to come. And consciously say to yourself, this is what a regular blink feels like. When my eyes are dry, it's just going to blink like that. Just feel what it feels like to just naturally blink. Okay? Should be relatively easy. And now, you want to keep your head again just looking straight forward once again. And now you want to purposely exaggerate your blink, and you're going to go like this. This is what it feels like. Again, it doesn't have to be on that exact, for me it's just coming so naturally, so it's really going to be exaggerated. This is what it feels like when I want to blink. This is the way I want a blink to feel like. But I want you to almost squeeze, not squeeze horribly, but just squeeze your eyelids shut and just say, this is what I want a blink to feel like when I'm in energy work when I'm consciously in an energy space. And do a couple of that. So you feel the difference, what it's like to just randomly blink versus, that was a blink. Like that I could feel. My eyes were telling me something. Okay? Wonderful. Now, this is the hard part. Part 2. Okay, when I say practice your blinking, and again, I'm going to send you also the program tool video clip for this. This is what I mean when I say practice your blinking. It's this exercise that I just did. Looking, waiting for a blink to come, then doing this. That's part 1. Part 2 is this. Okay? What I'm going to do is, now watch, I hate even showing this because it really does give a headache. You want to just gently close your eyes, but not all the way. You see how I'm closing it only where I can almost just see the bottom of the table. So they're like almost closed, but they're not quite closed. And you see how they're fluttering already? Mm-hmm. Okay? And while it's like this, I'm going to roll my eyes up and roll them down to look at the tip of my nose. Mm. And it really does make you cross-eyed. I know it's not comfortable, but you basically, again, want to kind of close your eyes almost till the end. Feel the fluttering, and like you're rolling your eyeballs to see up the ceiling without moving your head, up the ceiling, and then slowly rolling the eyeballs as though you want to see the floor or the tip of your nose. And if you do that once or twice, you're going to notice there's a certain, what we call point of blinking. There's a certain point when your eyeballs are up or down that you're going to find the fluttering more noticeable. That's called your point of blinking, your angle of blinking. You don't have to know what it is. You don't have to remember it's more when my eyes are up, when my eyes are down. It doesn't matter. It's good for you to know if you pay attention to it, but you don't have to pay attention to it. You don't necessarily have to know it. It will not mean anything. And again, you will not have to keep doing this, but what you're doing is you're basically programming your eyes to flutter, blink, whatever you want to call it. Did you feel it? Yes? Mm-hmm. Did everyone feel their eyes fluttering when they did the up and the down? Okay, so watch what we're going to do. Now we're going to learn this. We're going to test to see how well the program worked, okay? This is called bringing down your disturbances. Get used to it. This is another thing we do very, very, very regularly. Now, don't do this, okay? Don't bring down disturbances like that. I don't need you to swim while you're doing energy work. I've had people do it and they're like, my arms are hurting me all day. Well, again, I don't want to laugh at anyone. I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to just exasperate, whatever they call it, the movement. Bringing down disturbances, what does it mean? It means, as we're sitting here right now, my neighbor's thinking something, it's something, it's zooming by. Everybody has something to say in this world. This one has a fear, pushed into my space. This one has a trauma, chas v'shalom, foo, it goes pushed in. So there's like this mishkabobble of consciousness of energy that's sitting right here. When I say bring down disturbances, think about cleaning your blackboard. Like a Moore wants to bring herself a new lesson, she cleans off her blackboard. So you're not doing this, you're doing this. Think about patting something down, think about shutting things down, think about closing a cap, right? You just want to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Does anybody getting blinking when they're doing that? Close your eyes gently and see if you're getting any blinking when you're bringing things down.
But my hand sometimes goes up and sometimes stays down.
That's fine, that's fine. Anybody getting any blinking? Here, you're blinking, Sarah. Yep, your blinking is on. You're blinking a little bit, you're fluttering. And also you, Chava. And you too, Esther. And Dvora. I think you're all natural blinkers. Sarah? Sarah, I see it fluttering. I see fluttering.
We're not closing our eyes all the way.
Right, now, no, now, when you do, okay, thank you for asking. I always forget to say this now, but someone always asks me about it, so you're the one who asked me. When we do the practicing, the eye is a little bit closed. When you're doing work, your eyes are completely closed gently though. Your eyes are not going to be like this when you do energy work. They're going to be like this. See, gently closed. I'm just
not like we had before.
No, that was only exercise. Remember, that is only, because if you'd have to do work with your eyes like that, you'd all have headaches. Okay?
why, like, was I blinking at certain places? Like,
because that's where there's a trauma, that's where there's a blockage. We're going to learn next time. There are in energy intersections, there's vortexes, there's chimneys, there's all kinds of energy disturbances. That's your purpose of doing this. I want to clean, I want to have my whole space sort of clean in front of me.
That's what you want to do?
This is clearing away your blackboard. When you're doing work, conscious work, you don't want anybody's thought from down the block coming into your space. You don't want anybody's fear that they deposited in front of you to be sitting and bothering you. It's very subtle. So when you do work, energy work, get used to what I'm going to always ask you. Did you bring down disturbances? Did you bring down disturbances? Did you clean your area? That's going to be very common, and all throughout the protocol you'll see bring down disturbances. Like I'm constantly when I do work, it's all the time before I even begin anything. I'm already doing like this. I like play the piano. My husband said, "You were playing the piano in the air?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've always wanted to be a piano player, right?" Okay, you just basically, and you can even just go like this. Like just make sure there's like nothing here.
Does like where it is represent anything?
Could be. If I was to do energy house cleaning in your home, and I would go to a chair, and I would be like, and that's happened to me before. I'd be like, okay, what happened here? Promise. Oh, there was a promise. Someone made a promise here. Okay, how long? And I just start going back. Yeah, very much so. Very, very much so. There are places in the house where you can literally stop on a balata and say, like you could feel, like when you're bringing down disturbances on that balata, you'll be like, holy moly, what's here? Like you could feel someone deposited an anger, a disappointment, a trauma, something is stuck there. You want to just clear it away.
Where it is relative
yes,
to your body.
right. Oh, to your body? Well, you're not now doing, no. You're just always working here. You don't want to work here. You don't want to work down here. You're working right here. Okay?
Does that clear also sort of what's behind
it? It just clear. But remember, where's your energy body? Where are we working? Always here. That's why I want to clear here. I'm not really so worried here.
Dependent on your energy, but not your physical body.
No. The reason why I'm clearing here is because this is the energy space of my energy body. Okay? I'm just going to finish off with one last exercise. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give everyone a fruit.
Wait, but are you doing it till your blinking stops?
Yes, till your blinking stops. Everybody everyone take a fruit. Okay, take a fruit in front of you. You're welcome to take it home as well if you'd like. Everyone take, okay? Check it out with a fruit is because this has a pretty high intense frequency as opposed to me going and doing this. I don't know what's here. But here I know there are energy waves coming out of this apple, coming out of this fruit. So this is what I want to do. Watch what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take off my glasses. I'm going to close my eyes gently. Okay, don't do it yet. And I'm going to put my hand a little bit over, a little bit off to the side, not here, like a little bit off to the side. And I want to just wave, wave my hand on top with the intention, I want to blink to feel the energy waves of this apple. I want to connect to the energy fields of this apple and wait for the blink to come. Okay, try to do that and see if blinking comes to you when you're sweeping over the fruit. Anybody getting any blinking? Yes?
I hear my ears at this. I think I had always heard my ears, and now I realize that the ears and the eyes go together.
Yes.
I wasn't aware of my eyes.
Yes. Okay, fine. Everyone feel? Did you feel? Did you feel? Did you feel? Your eyes, even if it's just a little flutter, that's okay. Remember, first time you've ever done this before. Kol hakavod that you felt anything. I had women in 5 days into the program, they're still questioning whether they felt. Wow, amazing. But again, what was the idea? Consciously you want to say to yourself, I want to feel energy. I want my eyes to be on guard right now. They are my partners. I want them to flutter. I want you to, consciously have to say to your eyes, I want you to work with me. I want you to help me. You're my partner. Let's get moving. Let's be partners. Let's be friends. That's your consciousness. When you're doing this work, you want to consciously invite what you programmed into you to be part
of your session.
That's how I understood it, because you said this is how I want my eyes to blink when I feel it. But I did something different. I asked myself, how will my eyes feel when I feel it?
You see, again, that is your way. I'm not going to say change the program. That's how you interpret it, your way of learning, and that's bravo to you, and keep it. That is your way. Remember, this program,
I mean,
fine.
Mine is less sure and yours
Right.
is more sure.
You know what? Again, I practiced for days and days, and I took so much Tylenol when I was doing this. I was kind of like, you listen to me. Your eyes, they're gonna blink. They're gonna blink. Like I was.
Maybe that's why you're
Maybe because I programmed it too much, right? Okay, so everyone's homework to do the as much as you can the meditation. Huh? Yes. Flowers. You want to take living things. You don't want to try not. You could do it on a gemstone actually because that has a very high frequency. You can eventually you can even try around over your body and see if you're going to blink. You should feel your own energy. I mean, your eyes should blink. You should know you're alive, right? You should.
Is it normal to feel it a little? Because I feel like I didn't close my eyes so tightly. Is it normal to feel more when I feel like I feel more if I don't close them all?
That's fine. Again, do it your way. Whatever works for you. I'm going to send you the program tool of the blinking, of the connect and disconnect, whatever else I have. I'll send it out to you. So please practice your blinking.
I did a disconnect from the social today.
Yes.
So what then? I can do tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great week.